Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Nick from Noob Kill coming at you with another Madden video today. So guys, I'm excited to make this video for today to get the hype train going for, of course, Most Feared. Of course, today is October 1st, so that means we have entered into the spooky month. Woo! You know what I'm talking about, guys. But of course, that means Most Feared and Halloween is around the corner, and I'm excited to just go ahead and get the hype going and all that stuff. You guys can see beside me right over there is, of course, a Ray Lewis card. Now, of course, guys, don't get too hyped. This is not the actual card. I don't even think I hope he's not a 90 overall, because I hope he's a little higher, but I'll get to that. This is just a little custom card that I went ahead and made. I think it looked pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, I've never really done a custom card. It's not crazy, it's nothing crazy, it's spectacular or anything, but for a first attempt, that's pretty sick. I want to say that's pretty sick. Not too bad. Give me a rating of 1 to 5. What do you rate that card artwork? I don't know, pretty cool, I think. I don't know, I'm not great with Photoshop, so I would give myself like 4 on that one. I don't know, I might be boasting a little bit, but like I said, I'm here to bring the hype train for, of course, Most Feared and all the goodness that comes with it. Because yo, honestly, for the past Madden mobile seasons, Most Feared is probably one of my favorite programs, especially in the first Madden mobile, and that's where we're going to be showing some videos just to give you guys some ideas of what Most Feared used to look like, what it was like last year, and what I hope to see from it into this season and all that stuff. So number one, Ray Lewis, I am guessing, is going to be one of the masters of course, this program. But before I go ahead and go on with the whole video and everything, this is just a little disclaimer. That artwork you see right there, guys, is concept. I made that artwork, so don't expect that 90 overall. If he's not a 90 overall, if he doesn't have 40 power or stuff, I just took basically the outline of Michael Stram, because he's one of the only diamonds in the card. And so yeah, just want to get that all out of this. Ray Lewis is a concept. I haven't heard anything from EA themselves. I am honestly kind of shooting in the dark here myself as well, to know what's about Most Feared. Usually they release the programs right before, like 2 weeks before the holiday, so I'm just trying to get some hype rolling to get Most Feared, because like I said, this is one of my favorite programs of the season. But why I think Ray Lewis is going to be one of the big promo monsters is because, let me go ahead and click this. So if you guys did not see today, there was an update for Madden Mobile, and you guys probably noticed they went and changed the logo. The background is spooky, like of course Most Feared and stuff like that, and they changed the logo from Patrick Mahomes to, of course, our main man Ray Lewis right there. So let's see what this says. So introducing Madden NFL Mobile Season 2 Field of Fear. So does that mean they're gonna go ahead and switch the name from Most Feared to Field of Fear? I have no really clue. I don't know if that's just a side mission or something like that for, of course, Most Feared. Like if you guys remember the kickoff program, we had the kickoff celebration, and you had like the season mode where you can play the season games against Most Feared players and stuff like that. So that's kind of my guess, but Field of Fear, at least we got some heads up. Pick a favorite NFL team and hit the field. Seasons, they're back, become a GM. I think most of this stuff is before what we've seen, but Field Pass, gain access through the Field Pass, holy cow, and dominate the gridiron with all new content that is sure to give you the goosebumps. All right, so that could be another hint that this little text right here is hinting some more towards Field of Fear being something towards Most Feared and stuff like that. Now, if you guys did not watch the live stream they did, I believe last Friday, I went and linked it in a video we did a pack opening or something. But of course, my main man Nick, he was actually running the live stream, and he said that Friday is going to be a big content drop. So I'm guessing something is coming up really big. A lot of people are like, hey, you went and posted on Twitter and Instagram, if you guys follow me there. I posted this update saying like, yo, look at that logo and everything, right? You know what I'm talking about? The logo has changed, but of course there's no Most Feared content. It's kind of like, I think Friday's gonna be a really big content drop, guys, and then of course they're just gonna feed all the stuff in. So yeah, my guess is just they got the content in the game, getting us hyped up for the logo, but nothing's in the game just yet. But I think Friday's gonna be a really big content drop for all that stuff. So yeah, guys, what are your thoughts about the new update? Thoughts about it, what they said in this little patch note? Nothing too much revealing. They kind of just gave us a little heads up. Field of Fear is something to look at, and I'm guessing with them saying the goosebumps right there, that has to do something with, of course, Most Feared. I wonder if they're even calling Most Feared this year. But that being said, let's go ahead and roll through memory lane and look at some older videos, guys, and just check out some stuff. So the first one will probably be my favorite Madden Mobile season. I don't know if it's just nostalgia one, guys, of course, but of course this is probably my favorite most feared event, and this is what got me hooked on Madden Mobile and everything. You know what I'm talking about? This got me hooked on playing Madden Mobile, making videos and stuff like that. So this is Madden Mobile 15, I believe, with Richard Sherman. So you guys can see the old intro, man. Look at that. Look, I haven't had an intro in so long, and this is such a basic Apple App Store intro. But yeah, that being said, you guys can see if this brings some nostalgia to you guys. I hope it does, because this is what sets used to look like, guys. It was just so basic. Sometimes, guys, I know a lot of people say like just bring it back to the old season. I like a lot of new things, but some of the things that they do add, sometimes it's just too complicated. Sometimes just keep it simple, you know. But yeah, these are how sets used to look like. Let's keep on rolling through it. Now here is the most feared area. There was literally 2 sets for most feared. One was the most feared set, and you can either get yourself a Terrell Suggs, a Patrick Peterson, and I can't remember who the other guy was in the back there. I can't remember, but Terrell Suggs and Patrick Peterson were one of the most feared guys, and those were like the extras you guys can do. And then of course you have yourself the main ultimate fear set. So there wasn't too much content with it, but just the way they did it, it was just so cool. So yeah, going to the JJ Watt set, it was really simple as well. On Halloween night, guys, they actually had a live event that gave you stadiums. So if you want to just play the live event, it was super easy to get JJ Watt. If you wanted to spend like $3, I think I spent a total of $10 or $5, $5 to $10 getting the rest of the stadiums for the live event, because on Halloween night, they actually made a live event that gave you guaranteed stadiums every time you played it. And then I just needed these couple elite ones, so you guys can see they did the haunted stadiums right here. So we have the Patriots, Packers, Cowboys, 49ers, Raiders, Chiefs, Steelers, and then the elite ones were of course the 12th man Seahawks over there. We had the Saints Dome right there, and then last one, it was the Broncos in Mile High. So those ones were the haunted stadiums right there for it. Once you guys put in those guys, boom, you get yourself a JJ Watt. Now what also intrigued me so much was, of course, let's move on to the next video, and this is where most feared and all that stuff. So all of the players morphed, and they didn't morph and get bigger and stuff, but the stats got insanely crazy. So you can see a Kyle Long went from a 75 to a 94 overall, and their stats just got crazy. Like, look at this. Brandon Spikes right here, 75 speed, then he goes to 90 speed. It only lasted for the weekend, but it just got insanely hyped. So let's see if we can see some elites. So we got Trent Williams. I think that's who I pulled in my pack, in my topper, or my pack opening. Then of course we had JJ Watt. These, I just did a little comparison right here with the like base JJ Watt, and of course team of the week from week 4. That was one of my favorite. This team of the week artwork was one of my favorite team of the week artworks. And then of course most feared JJ Watt regular. And then let me see if I go to the actual comparison between the big bad boy. So yeah, you guys can see he goes to 99 overall, gets a purple, I guess, hue on this logo and stuff like that. And then there's the rest of the stats upgrade. So 81 to 87 speed, 94 to 98 strength. Hit power went from 94 to 100, and power moves from 97 to 101. So this card was already a beast to begin with, and then when it got morphed, it just became a nightmare. So yeah, that was Madden Mobile 15. Moving on to Madden Mobile 16 right here. So this is where they changed up. They got, instead of haunted houses, they got these special keys, and then they asked you for players. But the main master for it was of course Weapon X right there, Brian Dawkins. He was a 96 overall. JJ Watt, his base was 96 overall as well. You guys can see that. So this was really great. Madden Mobile 16 added some flair to it. I really enjoyed this most feared as well, just because they had another live event. Like, the live events are what really makes it and what they can give. I feel like they've been kind of stingy with giving out great things in live events and stuff like that. Or if it's like if they give out a great reward, it's like a one-time play. Before it was like, hey, you got the stamina, you play this much as many times as you want, and we'll keep on handing you all great stuff. Yes, that devalues some of the players and stuff like that, but it gives a lot of players the chance to play with these great players. So yeah, there was like this really big one. Now Madden Mobile 16 was where it really became awesome, because they went and made the players morph, and not just by stats wise, but actual size wise as well. And we had that for a couple years, but last year we didn't have it. I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, you guys see what you need for this, man. And they also had stat boost. JJ Watt did not have stat boost. Brian Dawkins does get +2 strength, +2 tackle. We need stat boost to come back, boys. I kind of had enough of this power stuff. I actually need real stat boost to see all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, one of the big things, let's go get some gameplay with these guys. So we go over here, the intro changed a little bit, but you guys can see that these guys, if I can get a better picture of man. Okay, so it's kind of hard to see, because when I went and did this gameplay, most of these guys on my team were the most feared, so they boosted up in height. But you guys can see, like, my man right here is a lot more stockier and bigger than this man right here. So if you guys played during that time, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Look how big the linebackers are, or my offensive linemen are right here. Look at Gronk looking huge and stuff like that. So yeah, it was just crazy. And yeah, so can we get a better picture of someone kind of small? Like, look at that guy right there. If we go back right here, actually it's kind of hard to see. But yeah, you guys kind of understand. They did get the morphing power, so people were like 10 feet tall, and that was awesome. It's just like, it's like, yo, you're playing a video game. You want to have that cartoon aspect in this, you know what I'm talking about? So that was pretty cool. I like how we did that. Now this is the gameplay episode. They also had these haunted items where the mask and stuff, and they had the event where you can buy, you can sell these auctionable, all these collectibles were auctionable, and then of course you can trade in for a build a beast with, of course, getting Gronk, Terrell Suggs, Des Bryant, throw up the X, and of course Marshawn Lynch. So some absolute build a beast, actually, like monster players, and that's what Most Feared is all about. Now moving on to we're gonna skip Madden Mobile 17 and 18 because it's kind of the same thing, kind of a little bit changes here and there to some things. But let's move over on to Madden Mobile 19. So last year's Madden. Now I was on vacation when the actual Halloween was going on, or most of the event was going on, so I missed a bunch of it. But of course I got to actually go out and fly out to Orlando, so huge shout out to them for letting me get in and try the game early. So I got to see everything, of course. But let's run through so you guys see the loading screen changed, obviously, but here was our master. So we got some special players, but here was our master. So we had Brian Dawkins, Gronk, Farrell Cooper, Aaron Rodgers, and Derek Wolfe. If you guys remember this Madden Overdrive, it was cool, a lot of fun. But to get Brian Dawkins was basically you have to make it rain, which was unfortunate. You have to get every single master at 92 overall, because it started at like 81 overall or 80 something overall, then at 87. So if we had Gronk, we had 80, 87, 90, 91, 93, and then like or whatever. You guys, I'm going too high. But it was like 80, 87, and then like 90, and then 92. You trade in for 92, and then you have to get every single one of those for all the guys, and then you have to trade them in for Brian Dawkins, if I can remember this correctly. So I don't know. And it had all these currencies that was just like all really complicated. So we had the Gronkenstein, and you had these movie theaters. I like the concept of it, like a scary movie and stuff like that, but there was just too much going on, man. I just hope they don't go for this. Like I said, Madden Mobile 15, Madden Mobile 16, what made these so great was kind of just because it was just so simple. It was so mundane. It was so easy just to follow. There wasn't like, hey, you have these popcorn over here that you can spend on Farrell Cooper's, and then Gronkenstein, you need some electric energy to play his event, and then of course I think it's some other stuff. It was like all over the place. You had to here currency here, currency there, currency over here, and then if you want to get the master, you have to use all these currencies, have it all. It was just like, nah, man, I don't need all that. I don't need all. Just make it simple like this. Just have some keys. The keys work for all the masters. If there's multiple masters, I can choose what I want, and all that stuff. And then like, I'm glad they brought back stamina, because the currencies were just way too complicated and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, that's just gonna be a little my little hype train of course, talking about Most Feared and stuff like that. Now moving on back to Madden Mobile Overdrive, or Madden Overdrive for Madden Mobile 19. They did not have the morphing players. The player stats got juiced, but the players did not morph because of tech limitations, I believe. I think that's what was the reason, or something like that. They just couldn't get it with the new tech, because we did change engines in the game. Now of course, since we have another year, I'm hoping we can get those juiced up 10 feet tall, 15 tall players, because hey man, I'm playing a video game. I want to have some fun. You know what, people are loving what is it, Madden Superstar KO or whatever it's called on console, because it's arcade, it's fun, man, it's a video game, you know what I'm talking about? So yeah, guys, that's just the hype train. Tell me, guys, what's your thoughts? What are you expecting? What are you hoping for? Of course, Most Feared, or whatever they're called, the field of fear, if that's what they're calling. I have no idea. But yeah, guys, my guess for Ray Lewis, if he's gonna be a master, so Michael Strahan was a 90 overall master for the kickoff program. I'm guessing he's probably going to be, I'm hoping he's a 92 to 93 overall. That's my hope, guys. I'm just thinking that just because we're moving on to a bigger program. All those limited edition pulls, if you guys want to check out those limited edition pulls, we've been pulling some fire. Check out the other videos. But of course, all those guys have been 88 overall. As you guys see, the overall's been climbing up, which is a good thing. So I'm hoping that he's like a 92 overall, 93. That's pushing it, I'm guessing. But yeah, guys, tell me what your thoughts about Most Feared, and the hype train is going. We are in the spooky month But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys know what to tune to for everything Madden Mobile, and that's right here on the channel. Always stay hype, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.
What's up?